So you probably missed it, but this morning Apple released two new desktop computers. They are insanely powerful and one of them costs $15,000. Here's everything you need to know about the new Mac Studios in 2 minutes. So on the outside, they're absolutely identical to the previous models of the Mac Studio. If you haven't seen these things before, they're made out of a single piece of aluminum. They're absolutely gorgeous, have great airflow, and have a bunch of I/O both on the front and back. The only semi-outside change is they now all have Thunderbolt 5 up from Thunderbolt 4 on the last model. But what's really exciting is what's changed on the inside. They've released two new processors in this thing. One of them is super practical and I think we're going to see a lot of use case out of. The second one is just absolutely bonkers. The first one it's getting is the M4 Max. This is their highest end latest gen chip, and this thing is an absolute beast. It has 40 GPU cores, this is the big thing, 16 CPU cores, 128 gigs of memory. This thing is a beast. This is more power than pretty much anyone would ever need. And it starts at $1,900 US or $2,700 Canadian. Now, the M4 Max is the one that I got, and I want to emphasize this is going to be overkill for most people. This is literally only for people who are doing bleeding edge heavyweight work, whether that's video editing, rendering, like as their job regularly. The M4 Mini, which is only $600, will do all of those things very, very well if you do them intermittently, but the active cooling and a little bit more GPU power on the M4 Max with the Mac Studio takes you a little bit further if you need it. Now that we've talked about the realistic M4 Max, let's talk about the M3 Ultra. This is going to be so far outside of the grasp of most people to understand. This is the previous generation chip that they've been working on since it released to make it as good as humanly possible, and this thing is insane. So the CPU itself is still crazy efficient, like all the M chips, has 32 cores, crazy powerful. But where this gets insane is the 80 core GPU and supporting up to 512 gigs of RAM. This isn't storage, this is RAM. This is going to be useful to so few people, but GPU cores and RAM are what's used in a lot of AI applications and like really heavy professional level rendering. Now here's the thing, this thing starts at $4,000 US, which is crazy expensive. If you fully kitted out, it gets up to $14,000 US, but for a $10,000, you can get 512 gigs of RAM and the 80 core GPU. For how power efficient the M chips are, this is likely going to start being one of the go-to solutions for people running small to medium level servers, specifically for things like running local AI models and things like this. People are already using the M4 Mac Minis for this same reason, because they're so power efficient and good at what they do. And I speculate that the M3 Ultra is going to be even better at this when you just break down the dollar per RAM you're getting, the dollar per GPU cores, and just the raw performance out of it. I think these are going to be better value for running those high-end things. I did actually get to see this thing set up in person. They had it set up rendering a whole bunch of professional level footage in like 8K, absolutely insane. That's everything you need to know about the new Mac Studios. In short, the M4 Max is going to be a really good high-end machine for pretty much anybody that does crazy heavy lifting, and then the M4 Ultra is just insanity. I'm gonna be setting up this bad boy in my new office, so stay tuned for that, along with the studio display. I'm so excited to see the setup all come together. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll catch you in the next video.